Okay guys, here's the challenge I was telling you about. We're going to try to do the one stick fire challenge, and I challenge any of the people that watch my channel regularly to try this. This is kind of an older challenge from what I understand. Just saw a country prepper do it here the other day, and it was a couple years old then. It's rained for the past few days off and on, so everything was a little damp. I just went up on the mountain here and picked a limb off of an old down pine. It was a little bit elevated, which should help some, but we're going to see if we can't process this down. And I'm using the $10 Camillus titanium knife from Walmart, and I've got a cheap ferro rod that was probably between $2 or $3. So let's see what we can do. I should have cut that bend out of that right there, but we don't want to make it super easy. Let's see if we can't get this in half. We may have to go a little bit smaller sections on it. Some tough wood. I'm not too worried about the Camillus here. I've batoned a lot of wood with it. It's not shown any wear yet over it, so. And if it does, it was $10. And no, I'm not splitting all the way down this. I just need to be able to get a fire started. It's more about the principle of it than if I was trying to build a sustained fire. I believe my baton leaves a lot to be desired. Getting the top of this camera. And I believe it's going to start raining on me here before we can even finish this. I was just trying to catch a couple hours while I wasn't working to try and get this in. Don't complain much about the rain though, we sure need it right now. Like I said, my baton leaves a lot to be desired. It's about gone. But anyway, we're into some dry stuff. Like I said, it's pretty much the principle of this. Break down some of these a little more. Chance to see there how they make hearth boards too. We're building a friction fire. Split these pretty flat. Same principle for making shingles or problem I'm afraid with today is not getting too dry wood or getting the tinder we need. It's going to be more about the humidity in the air. Produce a few halfway decent feathers. Basically what you're doing is just making surface area there. It's an easier fuel for the flame catch. curls in there for you guys if you must have. Just a couple of those. Muggy out here. Humidity's going to be the issue with this. I don't know if you can hear that or not, the squirrels cutting. Anyway, there's a couple of those. We'll see if this thing can make any shavings. It does have a 90-degree spine. Problem with this is they're mostly going onto this damp stump. It's better to catch some of them. Be able to keep enough shavings dry to get this up. Yeah. With this, the more and the finer the shavings you can get, the better. Just don't know if I'm gonna be able to get enough here. Go right down on that. That ain't gonna be no good. keep your shavings up in that kind of condition is just shave them into one place on your stick with the blade of your knife, just like making little micro feathers. Then you can just cut them off onto the rest of your stuff. Spine can stand a hit or two. Hear that or not, but it is actually drizzling a little bit. So we may have to hurry up and get to a point where we can at least try and strike a lick on this. Just to see if we can get it to take a spark. Before it starts raining too hard to even have the camera set up. Just run a Sony Handycam. I'm not got any kind of weatherproof setup yet for filming. I doubt that's going to be enough, but we're going to have to give it a lick, I think. We were able to get enough fine stuff. Here it is raining on us. I'm trying to hit that dust that's right down in there. I think we're gonna be able to get it this round, guys. The rain's gonna make sure we can get over in there. Able to keep enough fine stuff together. It's gonna get rained out here. We did manage a little there. And that was mainly just right into feathers. I mean, it doesn't take as much, in my opinion, as what a lot of people make it out to be. Now, if I had made a few more feathers, we could have kept that going. Let's see if I can catch this feather stick. And I've got as many feathers on it, some of them's done burn off. But that's not too bad, you could even hear the thunder. That anyway proves the point. Even in wet conditions, without as much prep as a lot make it out to be, you can get a fire started. We got that one going. If I'd had time to make a few more feather sticks, we'd been able to maintain that. But we'll probably hit this one again later here when it's not raining, and see if we can't just go ahead and build us up a fire and maybe make a cup of coffee or something. So until then, get out and try some different things. Like you saw there, didn't have a whole lot of shavings. Mainly what ended up catching there was just those small little feather sticks. It was one that I'd done some smaller feathers on and just blasted those sparks down into it, and you know, it caught up. Of course, I was using pine, so you've got the benefit of a little bit of resin there. Give it a try, see what you think. You know, anything else that you come up with, you don't have to do everything the way other people do it. Try some things, experiment a little, and until I see that you all have done this challenge, or until I put up another video, I'll see you then.